Is Allen
Oh,
Iverson a top 10 talent of all time? And most people said no. So I want to ask you this. Cap or no cap, is Allen Iverson a top 10 talent, not player, talent in the history of the NBA?
Allen Iverson is a top 10 talent in the NBA. The way you worded it, I can't say cap or no cap because it's a question. But I will say he is a top 10 player, top 10 talent, excuse me,
Talent.
in NBA history.
That-
And again, like you said, there's a difference between top 10 talent and top 10 player. I think player requires, we talk about achievements and everything like that. But talent, just talent alone.
Talent.
Talent alone. Now, it sucks, though, because, I mean, when you're a smaller player,
You always get
people
left
tend to
out. It's
no,
ridiculous.
no. I think it's the other way around. I think when you're a smart player, people give you more value because you're small. People say, obviously AI is pound for pound greatest player, because it's so like this. It's so easy for people to play the if game, right? When we're talking about AI. If AI was 6'10", he'd be the greatest player of all time.
I'm
Ain't
not.
nobody
Even,
gonna deny that.
I'm not doing that though. I'm just talking about what he was as a basketball player and what he did for Philadelphia. This guy could have gone. He could have gone. He could have gone pro in the NFL. Like that's talent. Like what are we doing?
You know who else probably could have done that? Your man Jalen Suggs, bro.
Stop it! Don't. We
Wait,
having a conversation.
I'm not comparing Jalen Suggs to AI. I'm saying
I don't. We having a conversation about Allen Iverson. You talking about Jalen Suggs? I don't know what. Shut up. Stop it. We talking about a guy. We're talking about Allen Iverson. Like we talking about a real solidified hooper legend. Relax. Don't.
hey man,
Stop it. But yeah, this is like talent. I'm just saying, it's just like the skill set, what he was able to do with the Sixers. It's not too many guys that could have done. We look at the NBA right now, and I love Stephen Curry. But the amount of praise that Stephen Curry got this year, and talk about MVP,
oh boy,
consideration. He's the
go.
best player in the world. His team didn't even make the playoffs. I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's media darling, favoritism.
See, that's why
favorites.
I
But that's the truth. But that's true. Favorites, and then you look at Allen Iverson. Not a media darling. People hate on Allen Iverson. Didn't like the way he dressed and his style, culturally, what he did for the game. Making people feel more comfortable of being himself. The most swag. The most, we talk about swag. Allen Iverson had swag, and he wasn't like, how we wear clothes today.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like that, his overall presence. But it's just like he took that Philadelphia Sixers team to the finals, man, and he beat a top 3 best team of all time, and he won a game. It's just like, what are we doing here? We got players that's like Stephen Curry. They was talking about Stephen Curry don't have enough. He had Andrew Wiggins and Draymond Green on his team. You know what I'm saying? It's like what are we doing? That's what I'm saying. Talent, and you look at skill set, his ability to score. People gonna talk about percentages and stuff like that. I don't care about none of that. This guy was a hooper. He was stamped. He was solidified, and it was just like anytime you cross arguably the GOAT. You crossed the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, come on. What we doing? Like, what we doing?
I can't wait till we have an episode, bro. Like, that might be like a very lengthy episode where like we really just break down, because I answered your question right. He's a top 10 talent, but I can say that like about a bunch of people, right? But when we really start to list out, let's put these dudes in order. That's gonna be an episode. That's gonna be especially like the Derrick Roses of the world, because someone told me too. I'm not going to say this person's name because their identity doesn't even need to be announced. This bullshit. Derrick Rose remained healthy, he'd be the second best player of all time. And I know, what I'm saying, when we talk about injuries and the what if and even age too. But it's just something to think about. But yeah, Allen Iverson, top 10 talent in NBA history. That's tough.
No cap.
That's very tough. Because then that's opening up a major box of what ifs. Because when you start to throw out achievements out the window, when you throw out MVPs,
I'm talking about talent and skill set.
Right.
Talent and skill set.
Right.
Talent and skill set
Right.
go hand in hand. And it's not, that's why I always talk about.
Absolutely.
That's why I always talk about I never made a top 10 list. And that's why I've never made one, because it's gonna be a lot of people upset.
What?
Because
That's weak.
Because you have to, because the way I view it is very different than the way people reading off names like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. It was 8 teams in the league. It's just like, and Bill Russell was on the damn super team. It's just like, come on now. It's just like, if you got to be a historian of the game. So I can't sit up and say like, that's why you have to separate. You got to separate GOAT legacy, top 10 players with the GOAT legacy. When we talk about accomplishments, you got to separate top 10 talent and skill. And then if you want to get really dicey, you want to make one list, you got to combine the both. You can't just go off of legacy only, talent only. So that's why I never made a list, but because that's how I make the list. And that's how lists should be made when we talk about all time lists. It shouldn't just be this guy got 5 rings, this guy got 6 rings, this guy got 4 rings. He's a top 10 player of all time. No.
But to me, it all depends on what the question is, right? So if you're talking about who's the most talented player, I'm with you. That goes out the window. But if you're talking about legacy, championships is a part of it.
Of course.
Like those are all,
you combine both. That's what I said. You combine both.